Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 3 of the RL Old Farts League. I am here today with Rain. Unfortunately, it looks like she's tabbed out. I'll try to quickly correct the video feed. I think she should be back on the feed. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, and thank you, everyone, for joining us here on this stream. It is Sunday at the end of week 3. We are nearly halfway through the season here, and looking forward to seeing some of these next couple games here. From what I've been kind of looking with the stats and everything coming up, we have Etch-A-Skitch and Throwing Pains throwing down today, this afternoon. Afternoon for me, but I think it's evening for you, Mike. Is that right?
Yeah, as you can see, it's a bit dark in the background. I'm only living off of lighting, so yeah, it is definitely evening over here in the Netherlands.
Well, that's a-okay. We're happy you're here with us, and happy again for everyone here joining us as of right now. Just looking at the standings here, Etch-A-Skitch has been dominating so far this season, ranking at least within the either first or in the top 3 for average assists, saves, shots, total score, goals, and much, much more. And just looking at Throwing Pains here, they've kind of been trying to keep up and stay kind of in the middle ground, but have been kind of bottoming the boards for a lot of these scores here coming up now. But we still have plenty of time in the rest of the season. We all have our first few games, first few weeks. It's kind of a little bit nervous and getting to know your teammates here, but I believe we have a couple announcements here. Mike, don't we have a goal explosion here up for grabs once again here in chat.
Absolutely, Rain. Thanks to Devil's Ghost, he's decided to be doing a giveaway for almost every stream that we are hosting. And this week, I believe we have a Hellfire Goal Explosion, and I will quickly show you what it is you can be working for. And as you can see, absolutely beautiful goal explosion. Hellfire, definitely one of my favorite ones in the game, and all you have to do to join the giveaway is to type hashtag BM goal, so not skin, but goal, and also your full Discord username with the hashtag and the 4 numbers, and then you'll be entered into the giveaway, and towards the end of the second match, the winner will be announced.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on that. And if you're following, you do get 1 admission into this giveaway. But if you're a subscriber, you get 2. So please take advantage of that. And once again, it is hashtag BM goal, and it is the Hellfire black market goal explosion. And make sure, it is very important, you tag your Discord handle in following afterwards so you can claim your prize. And again, we'll give you another update on that after our first session, but we'll be announcing the winner following after our second series tonight.
Yeah, and I'm definitely looking forward to the both matchups tonight. Etch-A-Skitch managed to impress me the first time that they were on stream. They did seem a bit like a middle of the pack team just based on the draft, but the interplay between all the players was really solid, and I'm really excited to see what they're going to bring to the table. And of course, I think that the highlight match of the evening is going to be Temple of Boom versus Trashformers. Some really big household names are going to be duking it out between each other, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good game to follow up, so stick around after this first series. And I'm definitely looking for some of these players here. Etch-A-Sketch has a couple of my favorites in here with Gomi kind of leading up there and Space Bear and Bird, but we cannot forget or leave out Throwing Pains with Postman, Pawpaw, and Quick Koala. And I hope they can make some really quick plays, see some really interesting passes, hopefully show off some mechanics here and make it a really close game here tonight.
So I got to ask you, Rain, what is your prediction for tonight's match?
Well, I've always been a fan of being the underdog and trying to break a caster's curse, and I was able to do it last night, and I hope I can do it again today. And I would like to see a little bit of change in position here, and I think Throwing Pains definitely has some opportunities to take it home tonight.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to double down on Etch-A-Skitch because I gave them a bit of crap for the first time they were on stream, and they definitely impressed me, and I think that they're gonna take it all the way. They're gonna go 3-0 today.
Oh, 3-0. Oh man. So, all right, Throwing Pains. You heard it from the board here. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. But Mike, he's standing strong with the leads right now, and he is gonna go for Etch-A-Skitch. So we got a 50-50 prediction on the desk here, but if we do have predictions in chat, if we don't, please type in your name, cheer on your favorite players of these teams, and get the crowd going. Get that encouragement going in there. We like that here on the desk.
Yeah, where all the players, I think, should be on their way soon, unless we're actually in the other lobby. I'm not sure if everyone ended up joining the backup lobby. Let me check if that is the case, because it looks like I was the only person there.
I'm seeing in here we have some players that have joined in the match. I think we are just waiting for an okay go here.
I guess that will be me. I will give them the go, and then we're going to get straight to the field for game 1 of this 3-game series.
Yeah, I'm hoping we don't have a clean sweep of a game. I would like to see a game 5 happen tonight, because those are the ones that everyone's really looking out for, and hopefully we get those plays in here today. But going into the first kickoff of week 3, Bird taking advantage of the shot center field. Postman gonna try and make a play here. He really needs to get it out there center away from 2 defenders, gets it over 1, but Gomi gets a good center field going on the opposing side.
Gomi with a big opportunity, not able to get top left, but that's going to go straight center to Bird, and that was a beautiful team play there off the counterattack.
Yeah, Gomi was able to get around 1. I think he went for a shot there, but hey, as we all know, sometimes the worst shots are the best passes, and Bird was able to pick up the pieces there at the end. Going in here with the next kickoff. Throwing Pains, they're going to have to make something happen here. We're only 20 seconds down the clock, and they've already got 1 they need to catch up with. At least Gomi seeking an opportunity, but unable to capitalize on it. Postman, kind of in an awkward situation, but hands it off to Koala here in the corner.
Yeah, it's starting to look like one of those crazy nature movies where you have the orcas are swarming a seal on the little iceberg. They are looking really coordinated and really vicious on some of this attack, just waiting for blood to drip into the water. Gomi, though, going for another shot on target. Postman going to be tested on the defense, but Gomi once again just shutting down all the offensive prowess. And I feel like it's only a matter of time before we see that second goal incoming. We're going to have to pretty much see a massive clear coming in for the side of Throwing Pains, or otherwise they're going to get swarmed.
Yeah, Gomi, he has been much of a playmaker here and started off with some really good passes, and I think he's going to be able to continue that along with Bird definitely going in there for the kill once again. But Speedspar having an opportunity here, and he scores, tucking it in to the top right corner. Good night.
Yep, absolutely beautiful stuff. A little bit of a mistouch coming in from Postman, but when you're slotting it like Space Bear did just now, no one is ever going to save that one. Beautiful stuff.
Oh gosh, yeah. No, there's... Once I see it going straight up there and everyone's on the ground, no, you just don't have time to make any kind of recovery or a save there at that point. You kind of just wave your white flag at the end, but hopefully Throwing Pains, y'all are going to have to get something on the board here, make a play. Koala listening to me, I think, trying to get it downfield. Postman recovering that shot off the sidewall, and unlucky, getting a bad bounce off the corner, but no one is home to recover that. Oh my goodness.
Yep, Post is looking like the MVP for the defense, and very unfortunate because that would have been a much-needed goal, and Papa also just barely missing out on that. Koala, though, going to take to the skies, going to get it past 1, but Gomi once again on defense with a nice clear. Postman looking like his pants are caught beneath his ankles, and he's going to end up making good on that with the help of Papa. But Postman, though, can he connect on this shot? Bird with a great defensive play. Koala, though, going to extend the pressure once again, gets a tap past 1. Is he going to be able to get it past 2? Looking a little bit shaky, though, on this defense side for Etch-A-Skitch, but the opening is potentially there. It's up to Koala, though, to extend the play once again. And who knows, maybe we're going to see that first goal come through for the side of Throwing Pains.
Yeah, Throwing Pains, they have been making a more of a push and trying to change up their play style here. They're knowing here that defensive plays are just not going to be cutting it against Etch-A-Skitch, and I like how the aggressiveness is coming through. The opportunities are there, but those shots just aren't connecting. And hopefully here, halfway through in this game, it kind of keeps the Etch-A-Skitch on their toes, and they get something out there and get one pick on the board for them.
It is starting to look better and better, though, as the game progresses for the side of Throwing Pains. Their offense is starting to look a little bit cleaner. They are starting to see more opportunities when Gomi isn't constantly on the ball. And I think that it's only just a matter of time before one of these touches from Koala will connect with one of his teammates, and I think it will be Postman that will have to be the one that slots it in. We're going to see, though, Postman
We have an opportunity here coming in the making though, but had a touch back around the cloud here. Oh my goodness, everyone's going around here. We're jumping for balls, but we have a double whiff here in the corner now. Postman gonna try and make weight of this situation here. He gets a good top. He's trying to follow it up with an air dribble off the backboard, waiting for the receiver, but no one was able to collect that call.
Yeah, I feel like that was definitely one of the better situations that they've had to get a goal conversion, but unfortunately just barely missing out. And I think that with only 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock, they're going to have to start hustling, because I think the more space that Etch-A-Skitch are going to get, the better they're going to make good on some of the offensive pressure that they're putting on. Speaking of pressure, though, Space Bear is going to get it past one and get the demo. Bird going to try to extend it once again. It's going to start looking a little bit dicey if Postman can't get the good clear. Is going to be able to get it past one, but Gomi going to set it center. Space Bear going to try to connect with the shot. Not good on that one. Bird, though, slotting it towards the top right. Once again, Pawpaw looking very uncomfortable, and Bird with the top right. I think that might just be the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, Bird, trying to make a little bit of a shot on goal. We had a double width, I think, once again, and Papa was kind of caught off guard there in the net and was just unable to get the save. But we are now trickling down, less than a minute left on the clock. Going into this next kickoff here, Gomi getting overpower on the weekend, and on the kickoff in the corner, Space Bear, a little bit of a 50 back around, getting it over the backboard, waiting for a next touch, and oh, right off the crossbar. Bird, unfortunately, unable to get that last shot.
Yeah, Postman, I think, did not have any boost, had to scrounge some pads up on the ground, but otherwise it may have just been a counterattack goal, and I think that it is all she wrote, because without that goal from Postman, I think that we're just going to be clocking down until the next game starts. Bird, though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just one for the road, right? One for the road.
Hey, I got nothing against stat padding, and I don't think it's ever happened in any of our Old Farts leagues, but you never know, goal differentials may come up at some point, so you might as well just pad those stats while you can.
That's very true, because even if you aren't looking to get that win on there, if you're able to sneak a couple more in to get it an equalizer or very close to one, it does affect your stats at the end of the day. So these teams, they're not only trying to play for wins, but they're trying to get up there on the leaderboards and make it look like a contention against other teams, making their mark here at the end of game one. Etch-A-Skitch, congratulations, winning your first game of the series.
Yep.
Hey, Mike, Frank, can you guys hear me? Sorry
Yeah.
to cut in here. Couple things.
Hello.
Because we're
This is
dealing
Skitch.
with, yes, we're dealing with some short staff here, so we need to handle something. Mike, I don't know if you can turn down your mic volume a little bit. The level is off. We can't hear rain or the game sounds unless we turn it up, and then you blast our ears.
Okay.
And then secondly, there was an issue with the lobby. It was created as West, and we thought everybody had left so we could recreate, but apparently that didn't happen. So can you have everybody tell them in game to drop and go to the backup lobby? That should be set up as a server and for games 2 and 3. Okay.
Yeah. I think everyone is going to leave right about in a minute. I'm going to check the audio settings quickly, so we'll just do that quickly before the game starts. You'll have to give me some feedback, though, on how much louder it is. So this should be just a little bit better. And then I should be having my audio at around 95. This should be about good.
Shaq, can you help out Mike with his audio levels? Because I got headsets and stuff on, so I can't tell. So give Mike a thumbs up or a thumbs down if he needs to go turn it up or turn it down.
All right, just so everybody's kind of up to date now here in chat. Sorry about that. We kind of had a little bit of a mix up here with the lobbies, and I think we're now going to be switching over to an East lobby now. We're getting the audio handled, hopefully. So if anybody, thumbs up, and if you give us some thumbs up in chat if you're able to hear Mike and I pretty clearly.
Yeah, you see, this is one of the pains of using a digital analog converter. So I've got pretty much an external sound card. So for me, everything sounds absolutely crispy. But for stream, I don't think it's exactly built for that. But I think that with some of the adjustments, I should be hopefully a little bit quieter.
I'm getting some thumbs up in chat. Thank you, Scrizzy, Ender, JD, Fallen, and Ender. Everybody that's given us the thumbs up in the confirmation here. We greatly appreciate it, and thank you for holding on to us a little bit. We are kind of on a low budget production right now this week, but we are managing as we will, and we'll conquer on and keep moving forward here. I think we are just waiting for some of the remaining teams to join us in our new lobby we had to create for backup.
Yeah, I just left a message in the chat. Everyone should join ASAP. It looks like we are going to be underway for Game 2, and with how much of a role Etch-A-Skitch has been on, I think it's just a matter of time before we see that 3-0 that I predicted.
Hey, well, you never know. We were on West lobbies, and it may have helped and it may have hurt, depending. I kind of see Etch-A-Skitch. Their ping is a little bit higher, potentially. Maybe the West servers helped them out, and now Throwing Pains might have an opportunity here, now that we're on a little bit lower ping for them, and can make weight of this situation. Papa's trying to make weight of it right now, but got a little bit of a clear down field to Postman.
Yeah, this is an interesting switch-up for a car. You know, usually at the highest level you see a switch-up between Fennec and also Octane, but this man is rocking a tank here, barreling his way through all the defense and gets the free opening goal for Throwing Pains.
Yeah, Throwing Pains, or Postman, he was able to sneak it by Bird and just tried to do a little bit of a turtle celebration at the very end there, but it worked either way. Throwing Pains finally making a mark on the board. Game 2, Postman sneaking one out there, winning the kickoff. Bird, a little near miss over there, but getting a good backboard to Koala, but just a hair too, not enough boost there, unfortunately.
This is potentially a good breakaway. Gomi's going to take control of the ball. We're going to see what kind of shenanigans he will be up to. He's going to try to get it past one Koala on the backboard. Going to slot it bottom left. Not quite going to connect, but Bird once again with the bar down. The man just doesn't seem to miss.
Yeah, Gomi had a great little pass over here. Kind of got the air dribble and a nice shot attempt on the bottom left corner, but Bird was able to follow up and pick up the pieces at the end, equalizing the game for Throwing and Etch-A-Skitch. Going here into the next kickoff. Papa winning the kickoff here, waiting for somebody to receive it. Koala, I think we had an accidental double jump there, and now we're down to a 1v1. Gomi and Papa back and forth. But now we're just kind of waiting on picking up the pieces here in the corner from Space Bear.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe for the side of Throwing Pains that we're going to have to start seeing some more physical play, because every time Bird is left unattended on those shots, it ends up leading to a goal. So I think maybe the rotation should be less towards back post and more towards infield and cutting off some of the attackers, because some of the players on Etch-A-Skitch are absolutely lethal when they get an uncontested shot. We're going to see...
Yeah, Bird has been a watchful eye for those moments, and he is definitely taking those opportunities into account when he sees that he needs to be somewhere. So I definitely agree with you. I think Throwing Pains is going to have to be a little bit more forthcoming and looking kind of down towards midfield instead of right up on their net defensively.
Yep, Gomi though, once again on the breakaway. Not going to be able to get it past Koala though. Koala though getting bumped into that one. Postman forcing an awkward clear. Bird going to send it straight towards the backboard. Is there anyone on Etch-A-Skitch to convert? Pawpaw though with a fantastic clear. Space Bear though, of course, never out of the play, never relenting. That's going to go straight center. No one there for the side of Etch-A-Skitch though. But of course, Gomi lurking in the darkness. And man, it's just a matter of time because the pressure is starting to mount for the side of Throwing Pains.
Yeah, Throwing Pains, they're kind of scrambling a little bit here, but had an opportunity. Postman was there to collect that shot, but unfortunately no one was able to get a good one on target here, but we are pressing forward. We have an opportunity here now moving forward for Etch-A-Skitch, but Postman cuts it off. Gomi and Postman doing a little bit of a dance in the corner and able to get that shot.
I think Grog is the new meta because Postman is looking pretty flashy on some of the plays. Gomi did miss out a little bit on the backboard read, but that angle was absolutely nasty from Postman.
Mike, I'm gonna ask you a question. As a GC, as a coach, and a GC and SSL player, would you convert to the Grog?
I do have like 100+ games played on the Grog. I think that the car is a tank, and I will personally say though, I think the Roadhog is the slightly better car for the hitbox. So that is where I stand on that matter, but the Grog is definitely a hilarious car to use. As I say that though, Bird is going to go for the backboard read, and that was a beautiful intercept while bumping off Postman.
Well, everybody in chat and that's watching and listening right now, you heard it from our one and only and our Euro coach, Mr. Mike the Support. Go Grog or go home, or go Roadhog and go home. The bigger the better. But equalizer now on the field, now at 2 minutes left to go on the clock here. Etch-A-Skitch gonna try and make pace of this opportunity now. pressing over Etch-A-Skitch. Oh my goodness! And Pawpaw, in the confusion, was able to get a little bit of a pass, I think, to himself with a demo mixed in there and able to sneak it through the Bermuda Triangle that Etch-A-Skitch was trying to build for that save.
Maybe, just maybe, we saw the Achilles heel of Etch-A-Skitch. I think that maybe their backboard defense is a little bit lacking, because sometimes the players are looking a little bit uncomfortable, and Papa did a great job of converting on that one. Great aerial beat, though, as I say that, but Bird, though, the man of the hour, is going to set up for Gomi. Gomi not going to be able to find top right. It's going to be up to Gomi once again, though, on the backboard read. That's going to go crossbar down, I think. Not quite. And I think that that is a much-needed sigh of relief for the side of Throwing Pains. It's never over just yet because Bird always has an extra trick up his sleeve, always a shot lurking from the corners. And here we go. Can space connect? Not able to get it towards the bottom left. We're back to even Steven. It's up to Koala to try to break the stalemate. But here we go. Postman once again on the conversion. He's going to try to look for it. He's going to get the corner read, but a great block from Bird once again. And I think that maybe, just maybe, we're going to see Throwing Pains take this game out.
Yeah, Throwing Pains definitely sees the light at the end of the tunnel and sees that they can tie up this series here. They just need to keep pressing forward and keeping the ball downfield and in their possession, because if they're throwing the ball away, it's just going to be going right back into the hands of Bird and Gomi and Bear, and they're going to have a wasted opportunity on their hands. But 40 seconds left on the clock here. Gomi keeping it away from Koala. Very nifty there. Koala gonna maybe needs to turn on this, but it looks like he's really low on boost and is just really in an awkward situation.
Yeah, it's looking dicey though. I think that slowly but surely we're going to see that game get closed out for Throwing Pains unless some miracle play comes through. Postman going to take himself a little bit out of the game. Gets a good recovery though. Pops it over one. Does Bird get the clear? Not quite just yet. Papa though going to be left in the shadow play. Can Bird make good on this play off the corner? Does get it past one. Not going to be able to get the second hit. Postman with a beautiful speedy play off the read. We're just going to have to see some control play coming through. Postman, you have to be able to ground this from this position. He's going to put it middle. That Space Bear trying to keep it up and unfortunately not able to do good. But that 3-0 that I predicted has definitely fallen apart.
Yeah, Throwing Pains, congratulations, winning game number 2, equalizing the series now and opening the door of opportunity for you against the frontrunners, Etch-A-Skitch. Postman coming in as the MVP for his team, having 2 goals and 4 shots, having a 50% on that one. Pawpaw definitely following up as a good defensive player. Koala, I want to see some more from you, buddy. I know you're there, but a couple times I think Etch-A-Skitch could have made opportunity was when second man would be pressed up just a little bit too much there. But Bird, Gomi, I know y'all still got some shots and some plays in there, lurking in there for you, and can definitely make this a Game 5 series if not taken seriously.
Yeah, I think that both teams would definitely benefit a lot from taking this extra game. I think Etch-A-Skitch more so to solidify their top of the leaderboard standings for, I think it is the B conference. So Gomi and crew will have to step up their game up massively if they want to take out the Titan that is the Grog. And we're just going to have to see if that will be the case. Game 3, last of the series, will be underway in just a bit.
Yeah, I think that Grog honestly could have been kind of put in as an intimidation factor. It may have had Etch-A-Skitch kind of shaking in their boots a little bit once they saw that beast of a car on the field, and something's working out for it. He's getting a little bit more comfortable. It may not be his main car, but it is luckily doing something for them. Now we're going to be going into game number 3.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, Throwing Pains are definitely struggling towards the standing, so a 2-1 definitely would help them out, but I think with Etch-A-Skitch maybe taking the potential 2-1 for this series, I think they will have that much more game differentials to solidify their top of the standings. Gonna have to see that though, because of course you have to take it goal by goal, play by play. Bird on the offense, trying to get it past Pawpaw. Pawpaw though, trying to pull out some little Pele tricks out of his pocket. Gomi, uncontested on the dribble, not able to get it past Koala though. Great intercept, but Bird, the man of the hour that I've been praising so much throughout the stream, not able to slot it to that top right position. And I think that it's starting to look pretty good though for the side of Etch-A-Skitch in terms of the pressure. But of course we have seen some of those deadly clears come through for the side of Throwing Pains. And maybe, just maybe, Pawpaw will be the one to seal the deal.
Yeah, Bird gonna try and recollect on this, taking his time, skimming it across Koala here. Gomi gonna have to cut in here and make an opportunity to press offensively, gets it over one, now having to get it through two more, gets it around Koala, but kind of rims it right over along the backboard. Postman now taking re-control of the game, but have a little bit of an interception and back onto Throwing Pain's side. They're kind of back their turn into the corner a little bit right now.
Yeah, I think that we're seeing a little bit of a repeat of game one where there was, to a certain degree, a stalemate between the two teams. No team just committing hard enough for the shots just yet. And at some point, I think it just amounted to a lot of backboard peppering from the side of Etch-A-Skitch. But I want to see Throwing Pains just commit that little bit harder on offense, try to get some bigger hits onto the backboard, and see if maybe the defense will break on the side of Etch-A-Skitch.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to clear something up. I apologize for saying a best of 5 series, guys. This is just 3 games. I was doing another tournament last night that was best of 5, so I'm sorry for any confusion in chat there, but this is going to be the last game and game 3 for this series of Etch-A-Skitch versus Throwing Pains. We are still here in an equalizer. Bird getting a good pop center, and Postman denying that, having a little bit of a shuffle, trying to get back to the ball. We got all 3 team members of Etch-A-Skitch there in the corner momentarily. Koala going to make pace of this opportunity, getting it over one, but still lurking there in the corner.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit dicey in some situations. Again, I think that we do need to see a little bit more oomph on the side of Throwing Pains. As I say that, though, the top rights just keep on coming for Bird. He's making it rain on every single offensive play, whether it's just breaking the defensive positioning or actually securing the goal. But that was just a great beat on Quick Koala.
Yeah, Bird, he definitely paced it down and he took his time. He could have made a really clean shot up top right corner, but he just did a really light little tap and was able to get it just behind the defender, and they were not able to save that shot. Very good game sense in that opportunity there. But Gomi gonna try and get another one on the board here. Gets it around Postman. Gonna need to get a little bit of a pass out there, and Koala taking it away from him. Bird still gonna try and press forward on this, but now switching sides back over to the Grog. Mr. Postman gonna try and just battle his way through these cards here, but Bird's gonna get a good center field Koala to catch. We're just having a kind of a ping pong match right now.
Yeah, both teams are not trying to break here. Of course, Etch-A-Skitch do have that all-important lead, and then the Grog, as we talk about the stalemate, muscles through. There's no such thing as a checker or chess when you play Grog. You're just muscling your way through for every ball.
Yeah, Grog is just only checkmate and few as many turns as it takes. It is definitely an intimidation factor, and we are now equalized here with 1:40 left on the board. Throwing Pains winning the kickoff here. Bird to collect those. Still kind of getting a little bit of a midfield here. We're having a passing midfield situation, almost connecting with Throwing Pains' goal, but they were able to get themselves out of that situation and throw it into the wheels of Grog. Getting a good little pop-off center. Koala gonna try and take this, but hopefully Papa once again could try and make weight of this situation.
It's looking good though for Space Bear. Space Bear not able to connect on the shot. Will Bird do it? He's going to send it straight towards the post. That goes straight to Gomi. And like I said, even when Bird is not scoring those balls, he's creating such threatening positions, and Gomi says, "Thank you, ma'am, I will."
Absolutely there. He had a really close shot on there, but the post kind of robbed him there. Maybe Postman moved the post over a little bit in their goal, but they were able to collect on that. Now with only a minute left to go, Throwing Pains now kind of have their backs against the wall. They're going to have to make weight and put something into this situation. A little bit of a back pass, but a good one down to Etch-A-Skitch. Papa getting a good pass out the Postman. The Grog getting it over Bird. Going in, stealing the corner boost, and needs to get a little bit of a pass out here. Goes for the shot, but nothing there.
Yeah, definitely respectable attempt. I think that was one of the go signs that I was looking for. Just try to commit really hard on that equalizer. 40 seconds left, though, is not a bad prospect to be in. But of course, every single play and every single challenge is going to matter more and more as that clock times out. Gomi going to try to get it past Postman. Postman doing a pretty good job of getting it center, but here we go. Sniper Bird on the play. That's just going to go straight in, and I'm not 100% sure, but it looked like Gomi went for the flying bump. We're going to have to double confirm that, though, on the replay. I think that Space Bear did give the compliment. And there we go. Gomi, the nasty little bugger on the play, snipes him out of the air.
Yeah, Gomi, it did look like he was going to try and go for a touch there, but kind of changed positions last second and went for an aerial bump. Didn't connect, but the fake did all the work for him there. Papa going to have to try and make something happen here, but we're having a double whiff now from Throwing Pains. Koala trying to hand it back over to the Grog Postman. Postman getting another shot and a layup for Papa, but no boost in the tank. Gomi gonna push it down center field and end this. Maybe get one for the road. And Etch-A-Skitch winning game 3.
Yep, and once again, Bird, the man to pat all the stats. Absolutely fantastic shot on the last second, the final hour. And while Etch-A-Skitch just played a pretty amazing game, I think that even though the scorelines are pretty similar, I have to say that this is probably their most convincing win that we've seen so far.
Yeah, certainly so, but I definitely want to give a little bit of kudos there to Throwing Pains. You made it a good fight and a good battle and definitely made a comeback, but Etch-A-Skitch still remains and will continue pressing forward with their wins. And I mean, you were right. I'll say it. You were right, Mike. You were right. You got me on this prediction. I'll give you this one.
Yeah, not quite the 3-0, but like I said, I didn't give any credit to Etch-A-Skitch on their first online show match, and I was completely blown away with how consistent they were on a lot of the midfield plays, and the team has actually only just looked better and better the more that we've seen them go through the gauntlet that is the Old Farts League. And I think that just given the plays that we saw from Bird in particular, that is going to be a man to look out for in playoffs, because I think that given the current standings for Etch-A-Skitch, there is pretty much no way that they don't make playoffs, so I'm going to be pretty excited to see them, whether or not they get one more show match on stream or whether or not we're just going to see them straight in the playoffs.
Yeah, Bird and Gomi, they definitely have some kind of chemistry going on between the two of them, and it's working out for them, but I don't want to leave out Throwing Pains. Postman and Papa, I definitely saw some really good passing plays, and unfortunately, they just weren't hitting their marks there at the end. So the chemistry is there for both teams, and they certainly can have some things to work on moving forward from here. But again, we have plenty of time left in the season to make those changes and adapt and overcome. And we may see you guys next week for if you would like to tune in and watch Etch-A-Skitch and Throwing Pains again.
Yep, absolutely. Just one more reminder before we go into a break before our next series. We do, in fact, have the giveaway, the Hellfire Goal Explosion, as you can see right here. All you have to do is type hashtag BMGoal plus your full Discord name, including the hashtag and the annoying little numbers, that you will be filled in the raffle for one entry. And if you are a Twitch subscriber, you will, in fact, be able to get 2. So make sure that you do use your Prime sub or your regular Twitch sub on the Old Fart stream so we can keep providing you more content.
Absolutely. And stick around, please. We have our next series coming up here very soon, and it will be Trashformers versus Temple of Boom taking the field next.
Yep, and you don't want to miss that one because that's going to be absolutely explosive. Lots of household names, lots of absolute banger players on the server, and I think that they're going to be playing for pride, but also play for standing. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break, so please don't go anywhere.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Juliet, you got a great pair of legs.
You are about to enter a world where the unexpected. Many dangers exist on Arrakis.
Save 25% on all jeans. Now at Montgomery Ward.
That's always been nothing is a great pair of legs.
The man.
KL Records presents an 80s masterpiece. Big G makes the heart go.
I'm so lost without you. I know you were right. Believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? I can't be too late to say that I was so wrong.
His greatest hits, like
Lady in red is dancing with me.
his big hit.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you.
These and many more made Big G a superstar in world music. Who could forget its #1 bromance hit, The Trick?
This love I have
a store near you.
Really tea and burgers so nice. Really tea and tacos so nice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the highlight match of the evening. I am joined once again with Rain. Oh, wait, I did the thing again. Excuse me. Yeah, it's not really the most consistent way. That's why, we have to give a shout out next time the production people are back, that we do appreciate everything that they do so that you don't get these technical blunders. But we are back, and we're still whole, and we're getting ready to kick off for Trashformers versus Temple of Boom.
Yeah, we are here, and I've gotten word just today, actually. We hear on our players for Trashformers on the docket, we're going to be having Duke, Makers, Rocks, and Firestalker, but we're going to have a little bit of a last-second sub in for Temple of Boom. John is going to be playing, but we will have 2 new subs, and it will be Phaoline and Rooshbag playing as stand-ins for Temple of Boom tonight, and I've seen some good things come out of substituted players, and sometimes it kind of throws in something new to the team. But I've also seen some, not so good things just because that chemistry isn't always there and that familiarity from the team.
Yeah, and I think for any of the, let's say, the old heads that have been on the server for a while, and also maybe some people that actually watched the opening cinematic, Phaolian is a champion of the Old Farts League. I believe it was last season, and he has gotten really far in a bunch of other seasons. So the guy is a veteran. The guy has definitely got his battle scars. So if you could have anyone subbing for you, Phaolian is probably a good one to have.
Well, that's really good to hear, and I'm looking forward to see kind of what his play style is tonight. It will be a first time for me viewing a lot of these players on Temple of Boom, but we do have those household names, like you had said, Doc being in their Makers and Firestalker, all very prevalent and active players in the Discord community. And I'm looking to see how all these kind of personalities are going to mesh, mend, or destroy here on the field tonight.
Yeah, and I think if we're talking predictions for tonight, I think that while I may have predicted Temple of Boom if they had the current lineup, I am going to have to probably go with Trashformers just because they have the cohesive unit. I believe that Makers, Rocks, and Doc are both playing tonight, and that is just a good thing because they have really good chemistry in the midfield and also on offense. And of course, Doc is just a menace. He's one of the best players on the server, so it's pretty exciting to see him anytime he's on stream.
Hey,
He
sorry for
is.
jumping in again since I can't be the
Hello,
voice in your ear.
Skitch.
Hello. Just FYI, there's a last minute change on Trashformers, and Eagle Maniacal Flying Object, one of our casters, will be playing on his team instead of Firestalker.
Okay.
Okay, we have another sub in now.
Is-
Trashformers is going to be having our one and only Egomaniacal.
Yeah, he's not a sub. He's actually the third on the team. Just a swap of the roster for today.
Last
Yeah.
minute switch out for Trashformers, our one and only from production Ego, stepping in for his team at a last second decision, but still think it could be. Now we got a lot of changes going on here. It could be good or bad, but a good thing would be, once again, if you haven't entered your name already in for the drawing of the Hellfire Black Market Goal Explosion, all you have to do is hashtag BMGoal and make sure you tag your Discord handle in there. It's really easy. If you have your Discord pulled up, just click on your name in the bottom left corner and it'll copy it and just paste it following afterwards. And followers get 1 admission, and if you're a subscriber, you will get 2 for this drawing. So to everybody, good luck, and that will be announced following this last series.
Yeah, so with that announcement from Skitch about with another potential last-minute replacement, again, he said that Egomaniacal is one of the players on the team, but maybe it did throw off the rhythm because you obviously want to practice for the people that you're fielding on the weekend. So I think to do an appropriate prediction, we're just going to do a good old-fashioned coin flip. We've got my British pound here from Landon last weekend. Heads will be Trashformers, and tails will be Temple of Boom.
All right.
And it is heads, a little bit tricky to see on the camera. So yeah, Trashformers is going to take it 2-1.
Hey, Trashformers it is, and I'm gonna go with Temple of Boom just because you'd said Phaoline is kind of an OP and an OG player from past seasons, and I would love to see some of that and kind of make a little debut and sneak into this season as well, and maybe help out Temple of Boom a little bit there. But You hear it from everybody. Temple of Doom for me, Trashformers for Mr. Mike over here. Please comment your team that you want to win here in chat going on in Twitch right now. And as we wait, I think we're looking forward to getting these players on the field right now and start this.
Absolutely. First game of the day for these teams is going to be absolutely stellar. These teams have a lot to prove. I think the Trashformers are also, again, one of those playoff teams. They've been absolutely stomping it in the first few weeks, so we're just going to have to see if there's anything has changed with some of the matchups that they play today. But we're going to see a little bit of a cheeky car coming in from Doc. He's rocking the Udders, which I think may or may not be a shout-out to X-Men, who is one of the players known to run that. But we're going to have to see how this team dynamic works out, of course, with Phaolian and Rochebag. Phaolian up to the skies, trying to slot it top left, but when Doc is your last man, that ball is not going to go in just that easily. Grogu going to get beaten out with Doc. It's going to be a bit of a corner scramble coming through. Phaolian does fake out Doc on that one, and we're going to maybe see a potential counterattack come through. Phaolian, well known for some of his ground play, going to get it past two potentially, and Rochebag maybe has the potential opening, but the big clear coming through may just kill all the pressure.
Yeah, just shots out of the gate here on both sides of the team, and what I'm noticing here is already a potential MVP for both sides. Doc and Phaolian have been taking precedence for each of their teams here on the field tonight. It's kind of almost been a little bit of a 1v1 between them at times throughout this game, starting out already. But Phaolian going to try and make weight of this situation, gets it around one, gets a nice touch, but not high enough for Ego to stop it. But Phaolian going to keep on going and try to get the shot, and it just sneaks in there. Gravity working against Trashformers here.
Oh, that was an absolute stunner of a play, and Phaolian getting the block of the century against Doc of all people, and yeah, the Season 6 victor, Phaolian, may or may not just be showing up in the house tonight. Obviously, he's only scored one goal for the time being, and he's up against Doc, but who knows, this may just be his opening statement for Phaolian.
Yeah, Phaolian is making a presence right now and is kind of putting out a message there that he is not scared of Doc, and he's not scared that he's not on a team or his own team. He could fit in with anyone and make weight of the situation, but Phaolian gonna try and make another situation happen here in the corner down to Rochebag. Doc gonna try and slow down the play a little bit and get it around one. Phaolian getting a little bit of a back pass there, not the best touch. Doc faking out one again, trying to get, he's showing off those ground plays to Phaolian, maybe try and teach him a lesson or two.
Yeah, Doc is keeping up the pressure. He's not going to be too happy when he's playing from one goal down, so he's going to do everything in his power to keep up all the pressure. He's going to get it past one. He's going to get it past two on that deadly clear. But Phaolian, though, is the man to beat from that position. Phaolian has a potential open net. If he takes a little bit of extra time, it may or may not just be the fake out of the century, and that's just going to go straight to Grogu.
Yeah, fake or a whiff, we don't care what happened or who happened to, but Flying Object wasn't able to get that touch. Kind of making a little bit of a magical moment happen from Phaolian there in the corner with that really good play, but it worked out for Temple of Boom, and they are now 2-0. We're barely halfway through this first game of 3 now.
Yeah, and it just looks better and better the more that we see the series progress. I think that considering how much of an opening statement this is playing with 2 subs, I would have to hear at what point the subs were announced, because maybe they did get some practice games, or maybe Phaolian is just that good at being adaptable, and Rochebag off the corner pass from Phaolian just looking really good.
Yeah, Doc had a really good save off the backboard there, but they were just too surrounded and overcrowded by Temple of Boom, and they were able to get that situation going where they could take it away from them with their backs turned and no boost in either corner there. But Rochebag going to keep pressing forward, having these aggressive plays. Doc kind of in a situation here, gets it around though, getting a good little potential pass out to himself and to Ego. Maker's Rock needs to follow up with this. Rochebag trying to get out of this sticky situation right now that they're in, and also Maker's continuing out with the bump plays.
Yeah, and the more and more the season or the series goes on, rather, the more and more I keep getting impressed with Grogu, because he played for a team last season called, I believe it was Dropkick Smurfies, and he was the lowest rated player on his team, but was putting in the most goals in general. So Grogu is definitely a player that can hang with the higher level players, and he does, generally speaking, a great job of reading his teammates and just being in the right position to slot it in. Phaolian, though, in a very awkward position. Can Grogu get the save? No. Maker's Rock getting the first goal for Trashformers.
Yeah, Makers was able to get a good clear center field, kind of waited out the situation with Faolian, had good patience there, and Ego kind of having to scramble to get back there. But we're now kind of looking like we're favored towards Temple of Boom here now with 90 seconds left on the clock. Faolian winning the kickoff, getting a good little 50 downfield. Doc receiving it. Maker's going to try and make something from the situation. And Doc, once again, tries to make a good shot center field, but gets cleared back.
Faolian is on the prowl. He's going to be able to get it past one. He's maybe going to get the ceiling read. 2 defenders taken out of the play for the side of Trashformers. Potentially a do-or-die situation because they're looking really low on boost. Migo Maniacal trying his best to get the save, but Faolian just once again the slotting master.
Yeah, Faolian seems to have a really good eye for what is going on the field at that given moment, and kind of not only looking at what his teammates are doing, but the opposing team, and could see that they were kind of in a struggle to get back, and with very low boost it looks like from Trashformers, and definitely has some really good game sense and a really keen mind to what's going on.
Yeah, the more and more the series goes on, Faolian just looking like peak German engineering because the man is efficient with his boost, efficient with his positioning, and just always keeping that Hawkeye open to see where he can slot in those opportunities and where he can keep the pressure extended. Rochebag, though, back to Faolian. Faolian going for the shot! Can you believe it? That was an unbelievable RLCS level play.
That was a disgusting passing play between all members of the team. The ball did not touch the ground between anybody, and my goodness gracious, I would be a little bit nervous right now if I were Trashformers sitting in their position right now.
You could be nervous, you could be rattled, you could be in shambles. I think that shambles is probably where Trashformers are giving their standings. This is such a statement game coming for the side of Temple of Boom, especially once again with 2 subs. Grogu looking pretty good, though, on that challenge. He's going to be able to get a boost steal, which is pretty important against a player like Doc. But Faolian just once again on the challenge. Maker's Rock's looking a little bit uncomfortable on the save, and potential Brazil incoming?
Potential Brazil incoming indeed. 3 tickets, please. They are looking to make a direct flight right now because Temple of Boom is on their way to the airport. We have 15 seconds left in this last kickoff. Maybe see if Trashformers can sneak in one more goal and kind of close the gap just a little bit for them, but it does look like it is the end for them. Ego going to try and get a little bit of a touchdown field. Doc unable to get there in time, though. Ego is just trying to keep it away from them and prevent this Brazil.
Yep, at the very least, that ball did end up touching the ground, so there is a sigh of relief that they didn't get Braziled against 2 subs, but that was an unbelievable statement game.
Yeah, that really was, and those tickets may be pushed back for a later date, but foreseeable in the near future. But Temple of Boom takes game 1 of 3 for this series.
Yeah, and I think that this game 2 is going to be all important because what's done is done. You can't really take back that 6-1, but for the confidence and the ability to potentially salvage what is left of this series, I think that this game 2 is going to be all important for Trashformers, even if it's just for building the confidence.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think there's something to be learned from this game. If anything, Faolian has definitely been a playmaker and a shot maker. 4 goals with 6 shots on there, having a nearly just short of 70% success rate with that. And if Trashformers wants to make light of something and make something happen, they might have to take Faolian out here at the play and get some opportunities there on the board because Doc just hasn't been able to get there in time, but has been a great defensive player with 4 saves for his team.
Yeah, and even some of the defensive plays where you just say, yeah, Doc did do the right thing. The Faolian got that one absolutely nasty block off the backboard, and those kind of plays are just stuff that rattles your confidence. It makes you question what you know about the game.
Yeah, it'd make me question my morals, my ethics, and if I'm playing car soccer or tennis, like it's just been an MMA match so far, and it's been a beatdown. And hopefully, Trashformers need to change up their play style a little bit and maybe get some more demos in there and be a little bit more aggressive on the plays.
Yeah, and like sometimes normally what I consider when I look at these mixed skill level leagues, I question when you should be leaving your lower level player as a last man. But with the placement that we've been seeing from the likes of Faolian, I guess it doesn't even matter whether Ego Maniacal is Diamond or Champ or even like High Champ. Just the situations that he's being put into you're almost always expected to concede with Faolian getting such beautiful placement on his shots.
Yeah, certainly so. And if anything, from what I've seen with play styles and these kind of mixed bag of teams, like you said, it has been a front runner and a positive to kind of have your tier 1 player kind of being pushed back a little bit more and able to collect in the situation, since they can typically run with the ball a little bit longer and keep it a little bit closer for them. But Maker's Rock's gonna try and make weight of this situation and sneaks it in there. I think we had one on the wall and one on the backboard from Temple of Boom.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a skerfuffle there on the near post. I think it was definitely the correct call that Grogu goes for that ball, and maybe if Faolian trusted his teammate just a little bit on the near post, that he would have been ready for the save, but nonetheless, so Maker's Rock's doing good on that opportunity, and that 1-0 much needed in this matchup.
Yeah, Faolian going back for boost here, but Maker's Rock's winning the 50. Ego gonna try and take repossession of the ball. Gets a good touch over Ego, though, from Grogu. Doc trying to continue this momentum for his team, but Faolian trying to cut it out and say, I'm done with the pressure.
Ooh, Maker's Rock's maybe rotating just a little bit too wide there on the back post. I think that he trusted Ego a little bit too much on this corner read, and then the shot came through on the near post, and you're not saving it when you rotate that wide.
Yeah, again, like I said before in Game 1, Faolian, he has not only been kind of keeping an eye on his teammates and where they are positionally wise, but also on the opposing team, and has been making some really good plays based on that game knowledge alone. Grogu gonna try and collect this here off the wall, but gets a little bit too off center. Faolian rolling it over the backboard, and Doc slowly trying to recollect and get it out of their side of the field, but continues going, pushes it around Faolian, and a 50 in front of their net, an opportunity for Trashformers, but taken away and given back to Doc.
Yep, much needed confidence builder. I'm going to keep saying it over and over again because of how much of a shattering 6-1 is on your opening game. And with the team play coming in from Maker's Rocks and Doc just exchanging pressure blow for blow, I think that this is starting to look pretty good for them in game 2.
Yeah, they're definitely starting to make a comeback, and Doc may have been listening to me just a moment ago and kind of lurked back just a little bit more and kind of stayed as a hard second and a really good third and made light of that situation, and they were able to capitalize on it and get the lead for the first time in their best of 3 series, or their game 3 series.
Yeah, and wait a minute. Shot coming in through from Maker's Rocks into Doc. Beautiful stuff. We're going to have to take a look at this beauty. Rebound off the sidewall. Great read. And Doc just has easy pickings. He can put it top right. He can put it top left. And Grogu's never going to be able to defend that.
Well, Makers and Doc, they have been here at least the whole day together and are finally getting that chemistry rekindled between the two of them, because the passing plays are inevitably happening for them too, and see if they can press forward with that momentum they have. But Rougebag is just trying to keep hold of that ball. A double commit from Doc and Ego, leaving Makers all alone. Grogu kind of lurking up and down the corner, potentially a fake there, not able to touch on the ball. Makers tries to get another pass, but Ego flips and wasn't able to go forward.
Ooh, nice try on the clear there from Faolian. It's going to go straight to Rochebag. I think a bit of an unnecessary aerial coming in from Faolian. That creates an opportunity for Trashformers. Great block coming in through once again. It's up to Maker's Rocks to try to extend the play. Faolian, though, dribble it master once again. Always thwarting those Trashformer plans. We're going to have to see, though. Doc does have a decent block coming in through. Grogu deciding not to challenge on this one. Going to give Makers a free shot. Faolian, though, very sharp, as always, on the challenges. But when you leave it, the ball going straight to Doc, it may or may not spell trouble. Doc, though, not going to be able to save this one. Ego, good job of clearing that with the help of Doc. And I think that given the current stakes of the game, it might just be a matter of time before Grogu smells that one out. Ooh, that was a bit of a freebie if I'm going to be completely honest, but Grogu with a great read on that.
Yeah, flying. He just wasn't able to fly quick enough and get that touch out of the way off the backboard, out of Grogu's hands, and gets a little bit closer now to equalizing this game. Still plenty of time left on the clock with 1:40 now. Ego trying to take a little bit of distance away from Grogu, seeing potentially that ground pinch that could have been flying in at any moment there, but Maker's Rock tries to collect but gets a little bit of a whiff. Rouge tries to make light of the situation. Rouge still continuing forward here. Makers trying to get a good little interception. A bump in the corner though. Ego going for the kill here, but just a little bit of a slow roller down center field.
Doc, though, keeping up the pressure. They have a 1-goal lead for about 1 minute and 10 seconds. It just feels like with how well Phaolian lurks around in the play that he might just be able to find that equalizer. So a 2-goal lead will be what is needed to secure this last game, or excuse me, the second game. Phaolian is going to be able to get it past one. He's going to try to get a center for Grogu. Grogu, though, a little bit on the short end of the pass. Is going to be up to Doc to get the securing goal. That's going to go high. Anyone on the side of Trashformers? Looking a little bit awkward, though. We've been seeing more and more of those double and triple commits for the side of Temple of Boom, and it may or may not just bite them in the ass, because I think that every time they're double committing on defense, they're wasting that much more boost, and they're giving up that much more pressure. Rochebag not able to get the read on that, and that might just be the game-securing goal.
Yeah, it looks like, unfortunately, Temple of Boom, they're kind of falling back into some bad habits from game one, and just getting a little bit too turned around and having multiple commitments on the ball, and it's been putting them in a poor situation to fight back on that aggression that keeps pushing forward from Trashformers. And excuse me, I said from the last situation, but they are continuing to change their situation and now get another one on the scoreboard. My goodness.
Yep, and I think that given how game one went for the side of Trashformers, I think they're very happy with a counter statement of a 3-goal differential.
Looks like here we're going to be tied up now for both games, and game 3 will be the break of this. Going left into the 15 seconds left on the clock. Roosh eyeing down the ball, but Ego almost own goaling, but a good little save on the back crossbar of their goal net here. Phaolian trying to get it away just to run out the clock and stop the madness for this game and this series, but congratulations, Trashformers making a comeback.
Yep, they're not out of the woodwork just yet, because you can call that a warm-up game or whatever you want, or just a freebie on the other end, but Game 3 is where it all matters. That is where heroes are made, and that is where legends are also born. So we're going to see who will actually take the last game of the series.
Yeah, Maker's definitely a really good playmaker in this, helping out with 3 assists for 4 of Doc's goals that they had total out of 5 for Trashformers, and they're finally kind of starting to utilize that, pull out of that 1v1 play from Doc and Phaolian and kind of use your other teammates there and make those contestant plays that were needing to happen, and definitely making a presence that they're not done and over with this.
Yep, and I think the saving grace for Temple of Boom is that while Doc had an absolutely stellar game in terms of slotting in shots, I did pick up on a few times that Doc does go for a lot of aerial plays with low boost, so if a counterattack can come through and he leaves his teammates in a 2v3, that might just be what Temple of Boom need to play off of in order to get some free goals. But again, we've seen Maker's Rock getting some pretty good defensive plays along with Ego, so while it may be easier, it's not going to be easy for sure.
No, absolutely not. This is going to be a fight to the finish, and we're going into another tied series now for both of the matches we've had tonight for our Week 3 league. And once again, we are going to be choosing a winner for the Black Market Goal Explosion. If you haven't already, hashtag BMGoal and don't link, but tag your actual Discord name in there so we know who won at the very end, and we'll be announcing that following this game.
Yep, I think probably if you have to tell yourself how much time you have left, I'm going to guess another good 7 to 8 minutes, because as this game winds down, we'll be pretty much ending the stream shortly. But as I speak of an ender, it will be Maker's Rock's going to try to get that first goal for ending the career of Temple of Boom.
Definitely kind of snuck in there, and Grogu tried to get it out of there, touching it down from the backboard, but gave it straight to Maker's Rock. He was just there at the right time and the right moment for sure. But Temple of Boom winning the kickoff, handing it to Doc, going in for a little bit of a slow aerial play, potentially a ground pinch, but that opportunity has flown and landed away now.
Yep, it's going straight back to Doc. Doc not going to get the best of touches, but Phaolian can't do too much with it. As I say that though, Grogu may be the man that can do a lot with it. I think the boost is starting to look pretty dire on the side of Trashformers. The opening may or may not just be presented, but Doc with a great hard hit going towards the corner of Temple of Boom. We're going to have to see, though. Blocking is going to get it past 1, but it's not going to get it past 2 for sure. Doc doesn't have the opportunity because Phaolian is going to be very quick on that one. But we're going to see, though, Phaolian going to be on the back end of the play. He's going to have to try to demo Doc or maybe even get challenged out. Maker's Rocks, though, not going to get the best of touches. Ego, last man left for the challenge. Fantastic block, though. Going to manage to kill a lot of pressure on that and make sure they don't concede.
Yeah, I kind of see two different playstyles now coming about. And Ego changing his playstyle right there at the very end. Grogu trying to get it away, but Doc cutting him off and getting a good aerial and a touchdown to Ego to finish the shot around from Rouge there, leading their team now with 2-0. But just going back from what I was about to say, I've kind of been seeing a little bit of change of play style. Doc has been trying to slow the ball down while Phaolian has been trying to speed it up and get back on pace. Scoring another!
That was an absolutely fantastic goal. It came off a challenge, ceiling double tap. The man just does it all. Just when you think that Phaolian has showed what he's truly made of, he just pulls another fantastic goal.
Yeah, that was absolutely disgusting, and coming from Phaolian there, showing out at the last game for this series, it was definitely a shot that will probably go in and be clipped somewhere and shown somewhere in the league clips on our Discord.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me one bit. If I'm going to be completely honest, I think that we've had the most bangers in terms of like high-quality goals so far on this stream. So, you know, maybe I should be hosting the stream more often if I bring good luck to the players. But I think that we've had like 3 or 4 notable montage plays so far.
Yeah, it's definitely a montage that will have to be created at the end of this league. With that, almost adding another shot in there, but Doc getting it around one, taking it around the whole wall though, but Phaolian making a quick turn, giving it to Maker's Rocks, having a little bit too much pressure now, but Doc adding on to that pressure and just clearing the ball back and forth between fields. It is just now up to the second man on both teams to try and make light of this situation and make something happen.
Yeah, and with how Egomaniacal has been playing on some of these offensive plays, definitely going to be the guy to look out for because he's been picking and choosing his battles quite well. Once off the aerial challenge and then directly off a fake air dribble from Doc. Phaolian, though, going to send that to Roche. Roche is going to try to get an awkward shot, but unfortunately not going to get the most amount of power. That backward read is going to go straight back to Doc. Doc on the ground play. Unfortunately not able to get it past Phaolian, though, but Phaolian, not a man to be messed with. He's going to decide to back out and give Grogu some space. Great 50-50 come through, but this is going to be a scramble. Both teams want to go for this ball, and with Doc not getting the best of touches, it may or may not just be the opportunity that Temple of Boom need.
Yeah, Maker tried to get a little bit of a clear downfield there, but no one was able to follow up there, unfortunately. Ego getting a good touch over to the sidewall there, missing the mid boost, and Maker's getting a good little last second save there, putting it onto the back wall and continuing forward. Very low boost though, and putting them in kind of a rough situation into the hands of Phaolian.
Yep, Phaolian doing a pretty good job of killing pressure. I would like to see him keep the ball just that little bit closer to him, make sure that he doesn't pass it to the likes of Doc, because as we've seen, Doc is an absolute menace on an uncontested ball. Phaolian going to do a good job of getting it past one, but it's going to cost him all his boost in the tank. He is going to be able to get the mid boost. He does have the clear coming in through. He's going to slot it towards the bottom right, and that is a fantastic heads-up play from Phaolian.
Yeah, Phaolian was kind of getting a little bit of a team bump back towards his net just a moment ago, but received a great pass from Grogu and was able to speedily get downfield and get that ball in their net and tie up this game. We are now left with just over a little bit of minute and some change, and it's anyone's game at this time.
I don't know about you, Ray, but I think it's going to be very poetic if this game does end up going to overtime. 2 absolute statement games between these 2 Titan teams, and then an overtime to seal the deal.
Yeah, it's definitely been harmony and has been making music now for both sides. Definitely kind of getting a little bit more warmed up, it seems like, because we've seen some really aggressive plays and some good passing plays like Grogu trying to get it on the back net and popping it up. Doc unable to get the touch on it, and a triple commit coming out of Trashformers trying to scramble to get back, but it does seem to be working out for them.
Phaolian lost his flip. This may be dicey. Doc is on the play. He's going to send it middle. Maker's Rocks with the shot. Not able to get the top left. And that is going to be an unfortunate misplay coming through on the free shot. Doc, though, with a good recovery coming in through. He's going to pre-flip it past one. Grogu, can you get the save? Great clear down middle. Rochebag lurking for the shot on target. Unfortunately, not able to get the good positioning. Doc, though, is going to get the shot. And we might just not make it to overtime in these last 8 seconds.
Yeah, Makers, he made a really good pass over to Doc and kind of put that intimidation factor there in the net, almost looking like he was going to make a demo towards Grogu, but luckily kind of pushed him out of the net just enough to get that save in there. But we are now with 8 seconds left. Temple of Boom going to have to make a good play, winning the kickoff here, pushing it into the corner. Doc going to have to try and keep his hands on it. But Aeolian, seeing he let go of it just a smidge and was able to get the goal, equalizing.
Yep, I think that Doc unfortunately did misplay there on the backboard, but Phaolian smells weakness whenever weakness is found. And with that, I think we are going to get that poetic ending of the evening. We're going to probably see this go straight to overtime for the last game of the series.
Yeah, Phaolian, he smelled something a little bit foul, and it was Trashformers, and it was them letting go of their opportunity at winning this game 3 and putting it now into overtime, making it anyone's game now. Phaolian making a good shot on net, flying, going in with a beautiful acrobatic with his teammate there, trying to get the save. A little bit out of mark, though. Ego's gonna try and center it downfield. Roche cutting him off, getting a good 50 to Phaolian, making the shot!
Unbelievable. Phaolian, the man of the hour. Probably one of the most clutch performances I've ever seen pulled on any old card stream. I think the man has scored on average like 3 or 3.5 goals per game, and this performance was just unreal.
Yeah, Phaolian, he did a fantastic job for standing in for his team today, and I think if you go out for the next draft and the next season, I think anyone's going to be happy to take him back, and I'm happy that I can at least say I believed in the team and the substitutions, and it did work out for him at the end of the day.
Yep, I think I'm 0 for 2 on the predictions, although I did predict that Etch-A-Skitch would win, but not quite with that 3-0, but man, if I'm going to lose on a prediction game, I'm happy that I lost it this way with such absolutely stellar Rocket League from Phaolian.
Yeah, definitely so, and he was a really good playmaker and also seemed to blend in really well with his team, but I think we're now getting into the moment we have been waiting for to see who wins this black market goal explosion.
Hey, Rainwater, before you choose that winner, I would like to bring up the league committee may have to review those that last series because it has come to our attention that one of the Trashformers bet on Temple of Boom. So there may have been some throwing in last week.
Oh, so what's gonna happen?
No, we wouldn't get nothing. I'm just poking fun.
I was about to say, wait, did we have a player swap and another player swap?
No, he knows who he is. He got his fart coins, even though his team lost. But go ahead and pull the winner. And Mike, I lied to you. I did find someone to raid afterwards. So when you wrap it up, we'll be raiding a 35-year-old U.S. Army veteran who's playing some Rocket League right now. So
will you be taking the reins for that?
No, just when you sign off, I'll hit raid. So
yeah, okay, cool.
Yep, you guys are good to go.
Thank you,
puppy, Rain's puppy.
Oh man, we kind of had some betting against the team action here. Don't want to see that he got caught, but let's see here. We have our winner now for this Hellfire Black Market goal explosion. It is going to be 50 Cal_bug. Is that bug like bug in our Discord channel, Bug?
Yeah, Bug Zero or something, BUHG. If that's the case, then congratulations. I can't see it because unfortunately I do not have a Twitch chat on me. But I think you have to contact one of the dadmins, I believe, to claim the prize, if that's correct on the Discord server.
Yes, so to collect your prize, and just announcing the winner once again, it is 50 Cal_bug is the winner of this black market goal explosion Hellfire, and you need to reach out to our dadmin Riffraff to collect that goal explosion to show off to the rest of of your teammates. So congratulations on winning that.
Yep, and before we sign off, I want to thank everyone for joining, and thanks to Rain as well for joining me for this cast. And next time that we do have a stream, make sure to show the love and support to all the people in the back scene, or the back end that does all the good production stuff. So I did as best as I could for the production, which I think it came out quite all right, but of course it's nowhere near as minty and as crisp as when Eggplant and I think Fallen do it. So again, once again, make sure to give them lots of love next time they're on stream. And with that said, do you want to do any shout-outs, Rain?
Well, I'll give a shout out to you because you handled everything very well, and the stream went very smoothly and great. And if anything, if you are not following us on Twitter, on Reddit, or even our Discord, come and join us and hop in. We are RL Old Farts or Rocket League Old Farts. And if you'd love to support the channel, please do. We have a Patreon as well that you can go in and donate to. And we even have some in-game and special events that we specifically set aside for our Patreon members. So please join and be a part of that if you're able to. But to everybody, thank you so much. And thank you, Mike, for hopping on here with me and letting me join you. And we will see everyone next week.
Yep. Make sure to give lots of love to the person that we're about to raid. And with that said, I hope you all have a great rest of your afternoon or evening.